Hi, good evening, everyone, and welcome back to the special meeting of the Board of Supervisors that started yesterday, was reconvened earlier and is currently in recess, but will hopefully come out of recess in one moment. This meeting, as you all are aware, was called so that we could fill the vacancy on the board. And with that, is there a motion?
So moved.
Thank you, Dan.
Second.
Thank you, James. Funny, John was on mute, so his mouth moved, but I heard James's voice. So with that, any discussion by the board? Any public comment? Okay, we're back in session.
So,
What?
so does any, not, I guess I'll ask the question. Does any, we had, how many interviews did we have? 11, I think, or 10? They're all awesome, but, does anyone want to make a motion, I guess, do we have?
I think that's how we have to start off.
Okay.
I mean, I share your sentiments, Dan, that we've, really impressed by everybody who came and met with us, and even the gentleman who was unable to. I hope you're feeling better. Very impressive. So with that, is there a motion from one of you?
I'd like to make a motion to appoint Colin Coyle as the interim township manager to serve until the end of 2023.
That would be a great motion.
Township
Sorry, Dave.
Yeah, that's why I quickly unmuted myself in that.
Sorry to break it to you on
Surprise.
Friday, Dave. No, but I'm sorry. Let me rephrase that. I make a motion to appoint Colin Coyle as the interim township supervisor, serving for the remaining.
I'll second the motion. I think his voice cut out there, but.
Yep. Thank you. So motion made by James McCartney and seconded by Dan. Is there any discussion? I'm not going to go to James because I think he's having technical difficulties. So Dan or John?
Sure. First up, I guess, let me take this opportunity, one, to say thank you to everyone that applied. As we were saying a minute ago, it truly a very impressive group on paper and in person. When you look at the resumes we got and the educational background, the professional background, the volunteerism, and just across the board, it's always a great reminder of why we all chose to live here. We just have a great community. So I want to thank everyone that came out, and for anyone that may be disappointed that you weren't selected for this particular position right now, please know that there are lots of open positions right now across our boards and committees. Please apply. We'd love to have you.
This is a point of order. Nobody's been picked yet.
Right. Well, exactly. This is a general statement for anybody, honestly, for that was on this list, whether picked or not. It's just an incredible group of people. I was very impressed. That being said, I think what I am in support of Colin Coyle specifically is because, given where we are in the time of year in this particular in this term, only a few months remaining with the budget being the primary thing, and a few other key issues going on right now. I think someone who's been involved in the Planning Commission, all the feedback that I've received from members of the Planning Commission, members of staff about his time on the Planning Commission has been absolutely superb. His efforts there have been very impressive from what I've been told and what I've seen. He's also someone who has a deep connection to the township with his family and knows a great deal about the township and really wants to set up roots here. So he has the best interest of the township in mind when moving forward. So with that, I'll just say that I am definitely in support of Colin. There are a few other folks that I could see doing a very good job here, just about everyone actually. But from where we stand right now and what we need, I think Colin would be our number one.
I think Chair Blendy, you're muted.
That's where James's voice is supposed to come out. John, would you like to say something?
Well, I'd certainly like to echo Supervisor Grenier's remarks and say that for all of the applicants that we received, we were really overwhelmed in terms of skill set, capabilities, and we want to make sure that we reach out to all of you to find roles for you within the township going forward. You know, some of the resumes and some of us were like, wow, this person's is, you know, we were really impressed. And it was very difficult, you know, separating folks out. So I would urge, and I want to thank everyone who participated in the process, who stepped up and said they were interested. Please don't let go of that passion for service in the community. And we want you, and we will find ways to engage with you. And some of the folks, I have a lot of questions that there are things I want to learn about them post this. So expect, hopefully, if you get a call from me, it's because I was very impressed. I want to learn more about you and hopefully find a role for you. So thank you.
Thank you, John. And James?
Yeah, I mean, ditto. Everything that those guys said, it was nice. I think initially we had maybe 2 applicants within the first like 10 days, and we were very nervous. And then once the swell of applications came in, I think we were really thrilled about the quality of the applications that came in and the people that were willing to put themselves out there, especially knowing the environment that the board is in nowadays. So I really appreciate everybody's effort for doing that.
Yeah, and you know, for those of you who have had a chance to see Colin's interview, I was not able to be present. I thank my fellow supervisors for following the format that we had in place to ensure that you know, we had same type of information from all the candidates. I did have a chance to watch it. I agree. I'm gonna have to find out why you moved away. You know, I'm glad you came back, Colin, but really somebody who's been in the township for a long time and has some skills that, you know, will be helpful to us in the short term. And he will be allowed to continue with his planning commission role, which is really important as well. So we love that he's going to be doing double duty. To John's point, and I guess everyone's point, please, there's lots of other ways to be involved. So we look forward to working with the rest of you and anyone else, because there's a lot that can and needs to be done. So with that, any public comment?
There's no public comment on the line.
All right, so then I'll call the question. All those in favor of the motion, please signify by saying aye and raising your hand.
Aye.
All right, motion carries 4-0. Welcome to the Board of Supervisors. Thank you so much, everyone. Happy Rosh Hashanah.
Thanks. Have a great night.
Have a good night.
Thank you so much. Have a good evening. Thank you.